Today, I'm gonna show you how you can be on a keto carnivore blueprint and keep it affordable. One of the biggest misconceptions that I regularly hear about being healthy is that it's too expensive. However, I have proven year after year after year that you can actually be sourcing some of the highest quality food products around, and those prices will be the same or less than your diet that you have right now, which is most likely some form of a standard American diet. I have an animal-based diet where the majority of my nutrients comes from animal products. Whether that animal product is a cut of lean meat, an organ meat, butter, or cheese, I am eating every part of an animal that I can that is healthy. Whenever you go to the butcher, make sure to ask them this question: is this animal organic, grass-fed, and grass-finished? Because if it's just grass-fed and it doesn't state grass-finished, that usually implies that that animal was grass-fed until they took it to a feedlot and then fed it toxic waste byproduct like cornmeal and wheat and all this other grain toxic bullshit that I shouldn't be eating and a cow shouldn't be eating either. Cows have evolutionary ancestral blueprints, so do humans. If you don't follow those evolutionary blueprints, you're not gonna be optimal. Just because you're a cow and you have more stomachs or like a cow digests more, like, okay, that doesn't mean that they were supposed to eat toxic waste byproduct. And you see how I'm calling it toxic waste byproduct, because do you think that the cornmeal that you're eating is the same quality as the one the cows are eating? No. They have the shittiest quality stuff for the factory farms and the farms, and then they give the good looking stuff to you. Either way, if you're eating grains, you are toxifying your body. If you're not in California and you're saying, oh, I don't have access to this stuff, there are a handful of online retailers that will literally send you grass-finished animals to your door. If you don't have that local option, then online retailers, do it. There is no excuse. Every single thing I have here is giving us an abundance of bioavailable essential nutrients that humans absolutely require for optimal health. Not just to be healthier than you were yesterday. I'm saying optimal, to be the best version of yourself. Not, I was a vegan and now I'm eating factory farm meat and I'm calling myself a carnivore. You're not a carnivore, you're a carnivore. We're gonna start out with this raw dairy cultured butter from Organic Pastures. Shout out to Organic Pastures. They were one of the first raw dairy companies in California to be in major grocery stores. Next, we have raw milk cheese from Sierra Nevada. It's another California company. Amazing tasting cheese, very high quality stuff. This is very nutrient dense. So next, we have a dozen soy-free eggs from Chino Valley Ranchers. These farmers are awesome because they're really trying to raise the standard as far as chicken eggs go. The special thing about these soy-free eggs are that they were fed things like sesame and flax seeds and sunflower seeds. So most chickens that you're getting eggs from are fed garbage. The same way the cows that I was explaining, they bring them in and they essentially feed them grains that their body was never really intended to digest properly. And as a result, you're eating that. So source high quality eggs because they're very nutrient dense. There was a time in my life where I could not afford grass finished cuts of steak and stuff like that. But what I could afford was Eel River Organics ground beef. You can go look at the other ground beef at the store and you'll find that a lot of grain finished ground beef is actually double the price of this, if not more. So one of the things you should recognize is that since most consumers are geared towards that like fatty cut, then they're gonna look at these things and be like, I don't want that. I want the corn finished because the flavor is better. Now, one of the biggest reasons I hear for why people would prefer factory farm meat over grass finished meat is not because of the health. They just say that it tastes better, which is fucking stupid. Like, you're gonna give up your health for some kind of perceived flavor? The last thing we have is the most nutrient-dense superfood on this entire planet, beef liver. Beef liver is so abundant in essential nutrients that if you don't have too much money to spend, this is the first thing that you should be buying. You get so much of your nutrient intake with only the smallest bit. Now, this is a half pound here, and it's important to note, we're gonna eat this liver raw tonight so that we can retain 100% of the nutrients instead of like what we're gonna be doing with the eggs and the ground beef, which is slightly cooking them. We're barely cooking the eggs because we don't want any of those nutrients from the yolk to really die. With the ground beef, we're gonna be cooking it medium rare. People who tell you that raw meat is gonna make you sick, yeah, don't eat factory farmed animals and you won't get sick. If you're getting animals from the highest quality grass finished sources, like this beef liver from Hearst Ranch, then you are going to be feeling awesome. This whole don't eat raw meat thing, raw meat is unsafe, blah, blah bullshit, is only because they're talking about factory farmed, diseased, tortured, sad animals. Don't buy those and you won't have this problem. I am using Whole Foods retail prices and I'm still gonna make an argument and prove it to you that this highest quality stuff from Whole Foods is just as affordable as your shitty standard American diet is right now, where you're eating grains, beans, processed meats, other processed toxins. So let's go through this. So this entire stick of nutrient-dense raw butter is only $3.99. Sierra Nevada raw cheese, $6.49. Chino Valley Ranchers soy-free eggs, $6.99. Eel River Organic ground beef, $6.99 each, so we'll multiply that by 2. And now, for the most nutrient-dense part of this meal, the Hearst Ranch beef liver. This cost $5.99 per pound. This is less than half a pound of it, so we'll just say it's half a pound. So $5.99 divided by 2. $34.45. All of this food here just turned out to be $34.45. I'm eating, Ben's eating, and Roger the dog is eating. Roger eats almost the same exact blueprint as I do, so I pretty much just give him parts of my food. So what we're gonna do here is, let's just divide it by 3 and say Roger is a full human. $11.48. $11.48 for your entire day of eating the most nutrient-dense animal products, arguably in all of California, and you're making excuses about why you can't afford this? $11.49. Like, add a few more dollars if we like remove some stuff from Roger and add a little bit of stuff from us, but like, look, me and Ben are gonna get 5 eggs each today. Roger's gonna get 2 eggs. Me and Ben are gonna eat almost this entire stick of butter, this entire thing of cheese, almost a pound of ground beef each. And this liver is so nutrient dense that if you even had like this much of it, you're good for the week. All right, so the calorie argument. How are you getting all your calories? First of all, I don't count calories, I count nutrients. So I'm focused mostly on essential nutrients and the bioavailability of those nutrients. Because when you're getting your nutrients in, the calories don't really matter. The calories will just be there. The macros will just be there. So you don't need to focus on macros and calories and this much intake to get this, that. No, your body is literally craving nutrients And instead of providing your body with an abundance of micronutrients, you're just putting on filler calories, thinking that you're making yourself full, but you're not. This is the macro style that I've been pushing more and more towards because that is our ancestral blueprint. A balance of 1-to-1 omega-3 to omega-6, not a 1-to-4 idiots are trying to push. No, you need a 1-to-1 balanced ratio or you're not optimal. Now, I usually follow a 1 meal a day blueprint, but for the sake of this video, because you probably don't do 1 meal a day, I'm just noticing most of the people who watch these videos are not doing OMAD. So I'm making this accessible for you because that means I could split this into 3 different meals. I can start, have some liver, eat the raw liver, chop up some cheese, eat that together. I'm gonna make some eggs, add a little bit of cheese on top, boom, cook it with the butter. And then next, for your final meal, you can cook yourself some ground beef patties, put some of the raw cheese on top, and then you got yourself a hamburger essentially without the buns. You just have a big piece of meat there with the cheese, and if you want, got an egg left, crack the egg on there. So before we eat any of this food, I'm gonna break my fast like I do almost every single day with Specker CBD drops. Now, what these CBD drops are going to help you do is transition your body from that fasted state into your eating state in the most efficient and healthy way possible so that your body doesn't go from what it's perceiving as this starvation mode into eating mode too fast. So I usually take these, wait about 30 minutes, and then eat my first meal. In this case, it's gonna be the raw liver. Yeah, so check this out. We didn't even eat the second pound of ground beef. We still have 2 eggs left. There's still half a block of cheese left. There's still over half a block of the butter. I'd say that's like 3/4 of the butter still left. So, I mean, from this ending total, this is getting even cheaper. I mean, look, minus $6.99. Like, you could say minus $3, another minus couple bucks. Anybody who tells you that eating healthy or eating high quality grass finished animal products is too expensive, well, show them this video. What have I just shown you? Stop believing what people just say or just what you think based off some random inclination. Go do the research. If you actually think that, go take a piece of paper, go write them all down with all these products, and then go write all the products that you're getting before down and literally calculate what you're buying, what the macro and micronutrient intake of those certain foods are, and you will find that living this blueprint is actually super affordable. Like, I'm actually spending way less money now than I was before, even when I buy the nicer cuts of meat. Because look, if this was my blueprint, say a year ago, I would have had some broccoli there, some sprouts, some mushrooms, avocado. That's like $8, $15, $8, $7. Like, it's just, you're adding more and more and more and more money. It's kind of counterintuitive to even need those plants when you have so many essential nutrients right here. Stop making excuses. Go be the master of your own life. Next time you go to the grocery store, like literally pull out your phone just like I did with the calculator, pull your notepad out. For many years of doing that, I've been able to refine my blueprint down to something that is so nutrient dense and so affordable that people who are under the poverty line in America could be affording this. I mean, if you're on food stamps, you're making enough money to be able to afford this for yourself. My goal is to make every single person on this planet happy, healthy, and free. And this right here is one of the biggest ways that you can help push your body into the happiest, healthiest, and freest version of yourself. Hey, did you like this video? All right, hit that subscribe button right over there so you can stay up to date with my latest videos and watch me do shit like eat raw liver. This is like thawing right now too.
liver.
I'm like, it's like an ice cream. Yeah, I'm like, oh my God. Dude. What is my life?
I don't know.
What is my life? I just sit here eating raw liver, like.